Okay, hello everybody out there in VTV land. It's great to be here today. My name's Katie. I'm the founder and formulator of the NueBar range. I'm also a naturopath by trade, and I'm here to talk to you today about our poor overwashed COVID-19 hands. Okay. Obviously, I don't want you to stop washing them. We need to wash them frequently to keep our community safe. So make sure you wash them really well, covering all the areas, washing for at least 20 seconds. And anytime you've coughed, sneezed, touched your face, anytime you're going out into the world, when you come in, out, as frequently as you need to, plus sanitize. That's what we need to do to keep us all safe. But our poor hands are suffering from all this overwashing, you know, they need a little bit of help, and I'm here to talk about how we can do that. So I'm going to share with you today some tips about looking after our frequently washed hands, and the first one of those tips is pH. Okay, pH level of whatever you're washing your hands with is really important. The main reason it's important is because it helps protect the skin microbiome. Okay, you might not have heard of the skin microbiome. You may though have heard of the gut microbiome. Okay, so that's all the good bacteria that live in our gut and help keep our gut healthy. Okay, things that help a healthy gut microbiome are eating plenty of fibre. In fact, vegans have particularly good healthy microbiomes generally because they're eating plenty of legumes, plenty of plant material and plenty of vegetables, and not having meat. That combination generally makes for a very healthy gut microbiome. Your skin also has a microbiome, and there's actually less known about this. Is that it's quite complex. The science on it's just quite new, but one of the things that we do know about the skin microbiome is that one of the ways you can look after it is by keeping the pH of your skin at the sort of pH level it likes to be, which is generally around a mildly acidic 5 to 5.5. Okay, so the pH scale, if you don't know much about it, it goes from 0 to 14, okay, with 0 being highly acidic, 14 being highly alkaline. Okay, and right in the middle is neutral. Okay, neutral would be generally tap water is a pH of around 7, so around neutral. Our skin is mildly acidic, around, a lot of people say 5.5, but there's some more recent science that says actually it's it may be a little bit more towards the 5, but somewhere around that 5 to 6 area, 5 to 5.5 area is seen as generally a healthy pH level for the skin to be, and that will help promote a healthy skin microbiome. So choose something to wash with that is pH balanced, okay? pH balanced to match the skin. NueBar pH balances all of our wash bars. We've got one of our lovely little wash bars here with a beautiful W on it to tell you it's for washing, rather than our S, which is for shampoo, and our C for conditioner. We pH balance them, it disturbs the microbiome less. Ours is a non-soap bar. So we use some gentle surfactants rather than a soap base. Soap's fine, it's great, but it is on the alkaline side. So soap has a pH of around 9 to 10. Okay, so remembering that 7 was neutral, 5 to 6 is where we want to be. 9 to 10 is actually quite quite alkaline. So that's because it's made using lye, and lye is extremely alkaline, so alkaline it would burn you. And although there's no lye left in the soap, it does leave an alkaline trace in soap. This isn't generally a problem when you're washing your hands occasionally, because the skin does have a great ability to fix itself, just like our whole body does. It's amazing. So as a naturopath, what I'm really into is actually promoting the body to heal itself best. And the skin can recover from washing your hands with soap, generally no problem. But if you're washing it frequently, it makes it harder and harder for the skin to do that recovery process and change its pH from the alkalinity that's left after washing with soap back down to the natural acidity that it likes. It takes a little bit of time. So if you're not giving it that challenge, if you're washing it with something that's a similar pH to your skin, you're creating less disturbance and you're making it easier for the skin microbiome to be healthy. Okay, so that's tip number 1, pH balanced. Tip number 2, No need for an antibacterial hand wash, okay? You don't need the antibacterial action. In fact, that makes it more and more difficult for the skin microbiome to recover, because it actually knocks out a lot of those good bacteria as well. And it's not necessary to kill COVID-19, okay? It's been established that soap, non-soap washes, pH balanced washes, soap washes, antibacterial washes, they will all kill COVID-19. So there's no need to go up to the antibacterial level. It's actually just going to do more harm to your skin, especially if you're using it frequently. Tip number 3, avoid sulfate-based detergent washes, okay? Sulfates, the main one that most people know about is sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS. It's a very harsh detergent, really effective. It's what you find in most of our dishwashing detergents, things like that, but it is also really common in just products for the skin and the hair. But it is harsh. It's known to irritate the skin at quite a high level in a lot of people. So if you can avoid sulfates in your wash products, that will also make them less harsh on the skin. Tip number 4, artificial fragrances and perfumes and all those sorts of things. Not necessary. Again, if you're using products infrequently, potentially not so much of a problem, but the more you start to wash your hands, the more it's important to avoid these sorts of products, because the more irritation is likely to occur. Tip number 5 is moisturize. Moisturize after you've washed. All washing agents will take away some of your natural oils. Obviously, the harsher the product you're washing with, the more of those oils it will take away. But all of them will take away some. That's because the way they work to get rid of bacteria and viruses is they break their fatty outer layer on the covering of the virus, and that's part of what destroys the virus and helps wash it away. So you will get some reduction in the natural oils on your hands by washing. So it's a really good idea to replace them to help your skin barrier stay nice and healthy, because when our skin barrier starts to break down a little bit by getting a bit dry, that's when things are likely to come in and cause damage to the skin on your hands as well. Oh, and one more tip, number 6, is choose something with some extra soothing agents in it too for your wash. So maybe something like some colloidal oats, some aloe vera, some lovely rich organic oils. All of those things will also help to just be a little bit more soothing on your hands as you wash them frequently. Okay, so they're my top 6 tips for looking after your hands, and it's really important for it's about the frequency we're washing with now, but for people who've got sensitive skin, people who are prone to dermatitis, to eczema, that sort of thing, they're the people who it's absolutely crucial for. Okay, so we had, let's see if I can remember all those tips in order. So we had number 1 was choose something pH balanced. Okay, really important for keeping that skin microbiome healthy. Number 2 was don't choose something antibacterial. There's no need to have that element in there, and it's actually just going to cause more disturbance to your skin microbiome. Okay, it's like having too many antibiotics is in the gut. Okay, so pH balance, no antibacterials, and then number 3 was avoid sulfates. SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate in particular, they're just too harsh. Number 4 was avoid your artificial fragrances and perfumes. Number 5 was moisturize after washing. And number 6 that I added in is choose something in your wash that's got some nice soothing action in it. A wash with some soothing action like some colloidal oats or some aloe vera for an extra soothe. So those are my top 6 tips for looking after your hands during COVID-19. I really hope that it helps some of you. And if you want to know more about NueBar, you can find us on Instagram, on Facebook. We have some YouTube videos, and also, of course, our website, NueBar.com. My name's Katie, and once again, thanks for listening.